Well, I am back in the car again. We stopped at the bank. Dave's going into the bank, so I'm hanging out here. And we are on the way up to get the endoscopy done, which is an upper GI, is another word for it. They put you to sleep, so I'm expecting to have a nice little nap. And they put a camera, a scope, down your throat, and they go down into your esophagus. Your esophagus attaches to your stomach, and they go down and just make sure that everything looks okay down there, that there's no irritations. I do have acid reflux. It's very, very mild, but they want to make sure that there's no like lesions or anything that needs to be biopsied or checked or anything. And they want to make sure all your parts are in the right place. So that's what I'm getting done. So I'm driving up, but Dave will be driving back because I will be a little loopy, possibly. It could be entertaining, the second half of this video. So sadly, I will not be able to film when I'm in the doctor's office because Dave can't come in with me, and I don't want to leave my camera without him like right there to hold it, you know, because there's nowhere to secure your valuables or anything. So I will not be able to film once I go into the building, but I will be filming when I come back out. Sorry, somebody's getting in the car next to me, and it's really weird to talk when you know people are watching you and they're thinking that this is a crazy woman speaking to herself. Yeah, anyway. So anyway, I will be sitting in the passenger seat, probably dozing slightly on the way home. And for those of you who don't know, I do live in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is where the largest battle of the Civil War took place. So on the way home, because it is actually the anniversary of the battle, today is July 2nd, and the battle took place July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of 1863. So today is like the 158th anniversary of the battle. So as a result, there's lots of tourists in town, and we passed, on the way up here, we passed a reenacting bunch doing their thing at one of the field hospitals. It's called the Daniel Lady Farm. And so on the way back, I will try to get some pictures of that. If I wake up in time, I will try to get some pictures of that so you guys can see what it looks like, because they got camp tents and everything like that set up. So yes, my videos tend to be all over the place. The last time I'm going up talking about bariatric surgery and talking about a man who sold candy. So now, you know, let's go have an endoscopy and talk about the Civil War and a big battle. So, oh well, I try to reach all groups. So, so fine. Hopefully, you'll find something of interest for everybody in this video. But yeah. So yeah, hang in with me, and when I come back out, we'll do a little, I'll tell you what's going on, and I will try to get some film footage of a Civil War reenactment on the way home. So that's it for so far. Well, I finished the procedure. Everything went well. I was so hungry, we stopped for lunch and they gave us a coupon. So we are at Fuddruckers, one of my favorite hamburger places, and let me show you what I got. I have their small burger, and it's got blue cheese on it, and then I added a little cheese sauce. I'm enjoying life doing this while I can, because I know I won't be able to do that much longer. And then I've got the potatoes. Dave's still putting toppings, but we're balancing it out with a Diet Coke. There's Dave. And Dave is eating. He has the small burger also. He's got
lots of stuff on it.
He put lots. He's got blue cheese on his. What else did you stick on there?
Mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup.
And apparently pickles.
And pickles.
And he has no seasoning on his fries. And he's eating a Diet Coke too. So we figure that the Diet Coke balances out the burger.
No, it doesn't.
Probably not.
Just don't eat as much.
But it sounds good. So we had that for lunch. And now we're on our way home, but we stopped at Walmart. And so Dave is running in, and I'm just kind of chilling in the car. Mainly because walking around hurts my knee because I'm waiting for the knee replacement. But yeah, I got there. It was in and out so quick. It was really much easier than the last time I had an endoscopy, which has been maybe 10 years ago. So I got there at 1:30. They took me back within like 5-10 minutes and had me hooked up with the IV and everything within 15 minutes. And then the procedure itself only took 15 minutes, and I was in and out. They said everything was perfectly normal. I am good to go. And years ago when I had the endoscopy done, it was because of the acid reflux, and I had a small irritation at the base of my esophagus. They said that's completely gone. Everything looks really healthy. And I was out of there from the time I entered to the time I left was an hour and a half. So I was in recovery maybe 20 minutes or so. And then I was able to walk out to the car, and Dave picked me up because he wasn't allowed to be back there with me. And yeah, I'm feeling great. I could probably close my eyes and take a nap, but other than that, I mean, I feel good. So that was great. So thank you once again for coming along with me. I am going to insert some pictures of what my esophagus and my stomach and everything looks like, just because it's kind of interesting. So who knew I had wormholes like on Star Trek? That's what it reminds me of. Some of my duodenum actually to me looks like a space wormhole. So anyway, yeah, interesting parts of my anatomy that I had no idea I had. So this is what my insides look like. I thought I would share this with you. They give you a little diagram here that you can match the numbers to. So that is the upper third of my esophagus. Everything was normal, by the way. They said it looks healthy and normal. Here's the middle third of my esophagus. And there is my gastroesophagus junction, which is number 3. So that's right before it goes into the stomach. It says my stomach was normal, other than the size. This is the gastric body. I think those lines in there are pretty cool looking. This is the gastric fundus, whatever that might be. Pre-colic stomach, that's normal. The dark spot in the middle is actually the center hole going through your stomach. This, I think, is pretty weird looking. This is the 4th portion and the 3rd portion of the duodenum, which is coming out of the stomach down to the intestines. Look at those rings. I feel like I'm looking at one of those space wormholes or something. It's pretty wild looking. And then this is the 2nd portion of the duodenum. So here's that map again, so you can see that the duodenum is sections 7, 8, and 9. They come out of the stomach, and they are the tube that leads down to the small intestines. These are some of the battlefields on the north end of town. You can see some of the markers out in some of the fields, or some of the monuments. And that steeple marks where the Lutheran seminary was. This is where the first day of the battle took place. This is Seminary Ridge right in here. And this house right over here was General Meade's headquarters. I remember going through this as a child. And that is the Lutheran Seminary. And you can see a building up there with a cupola right there. That is where General Buford spied out where the troops were. He was able to look out to South Mountain and see where the rest of the troops are. Sorry for the shakiness. The road is really, really bumpy right here. Here is some weekend anniversary activity going on in Gettysburg because it is the 158th anniversary, and that's the Daniel Lady Farm, which was a field hospital during the Civil War. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye, everybody.